And we're back in the Birdhouse Dynasty Show. Welcome to today's mock draft episode. We're doing a Dynasty Startup 12-team best ball. IDP is included, and we're having special guest Matt English today to do the mock draft with us. So let's not waste any time. We're going to get right into it. Matt, you there? All right. So let me get shared over to Sleeper and our mock draft. Here we go. All righty. Does it look good there? All right. Looks like it's up and ready to roll. Everything look good to you, Matt? Can you see it? All right. How have you been doing? NBA finals are tonight. They start up. Who you got? That's right. We got mock drafts to worry about, right? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean this time of year is definitely a lull in the uh what would I say, the value process. There really isn't going to be much value change in players for the next month and a half here. So you can really this is a good time to take a look at your rosters, see how they're constructed, make sure you've got maybe the right number of players at each position that you want, and take a look at some of the other teams' rosters in your leagues and see what kind of deals you can maybe make happen to help each other out. I'm always for, win-win trades, both sides. And mhm, yes. Yeah, you just got a trade through yesterday. Why don't you share that one? It was the Ayuk deal. Uh-huh. Yes. Not yet. It's still close to me. Yeah. Yes. Right. And he even has more he has a bigger ceiling than what he did last year. So I like the deal for you. I knew you were trying to get younger. So if you just match up Flowers and Ayuk, I mean, I'm not going to say they're even because he does have more value on the open market. But at the same time, if you're looking to get younger, you bought yourself what 3 years on a pretty similar profile type player. Like Flowers is a good route runner, Ayuk's a good route runner. They're in similar systems. Um, there's a lot of similarities between the two. Yep. Right. Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, we don't know where Ayuk's gonna be. I mean, he could end up being, Flowers' teammate for all we know, um, before the season starts. Now that would be interesting considering the trade you just made, but those are Bal Baltimore and Pittsburgh are the 2 spots that I know his agent mentioned that he'd like to go to. Now, whether or not that actually means those teams have enough room for his kind of contract, is it maybe a different story. Uh, but yeah, yeah. No, I mean, you add a solid receiver like Brandon Ayuk to the mix. I mean, any team in the NFL could use him. So, uh, but Pittsburgh especially, yes, that would help out their situation for sure. Um, all right, well, you want to get to this mock? You ready? All right, let's do this. I gotta go over here. There we go. All right. I am gonna make this quick and easy and painless. I love Josh Allen and more than Patrick Mahomes. We'll just put it that way. It's way easier to root for Josh Allen, and that's why I went ahead and took Josh. Now this was a draft where we set it up where we were able to pick our slots. And I believe I had the sixth option, and the 101 was still there. So I just wanted to pick early in this draft. We got this draft coming up Saturday night. It's going to start up. I'm excited. No, a couple of receivers have gone in there. A couple of receivers usually go. Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, love A Rich going into this season. Uh, of course, the rushing upside is there, and he's got more weapons now. They added AD Mitchell in the offseason, still have Pittman, Josh Downs. I mean, and then you've got the ultimate safety blanket with a great running game in Jonathan Taylor. Very excited for the Colts offense. So we had an interesting turn here. We had CMC and Brees Hall go to the team 12 at the turn. Burrow fell to the second. And so it's back to you, Matt. Yeah, you've got about four guys I'd be happy to get in here. Either of those two receivers or either of the next two quarterbacks there. Can't can't go wrong with any of those picks, in my opinion. Yes. Yeah, I love the 110. That's what position I had in the previous startup I did. And yeah, you're looking good with A Rich and Marv, no doubt there. All right. So now we're doing third round reversal here. So I got to make this pick and then wait another 12. So this is an important important pick for me whether I want to go quarterback or another position. So let me just look at the QBs quick who are available. And I like, oh, I gotta say, I mean, I like all of the top four there on the board. Um, oh, I'm just gonna go chalk here. I mean, can't go wrong with AJ Brown. I know some people are a little down on him after the second half of last season, but he just re-upped 3 more years with Philly, and guy's still a stud. Still one of the top five receivers in the NFL, in my opinion. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He's so consistent that I know Devontae Smith is there, but he's the definite alpha. I mean, Hertz is looking his way first every week. Now it's back to you, Matt. You got a run of four receivers in a row here. Oh, I like it. Yeah, the rushing upside is uh to infinity with those two you've got there. All right. So we had Purdy and Ayuk go right before me. Now I got two picks coming up right here. And so what I figured happened, the four QBs I liked did all get taken. So now I'm in the position here where do I grab a quarterback here or do I risk things and see what happens? Now, being best ball, I'm not so adamant about having to get two quarterbacks, in the first 3 rounds as I would be in a lineup league because being best ball, you can sort of uh you can sort of grab three guys to make up for your quarterback too, is how I look at it. Get two, three solid quarterbacks and just have one of them have a good week, and that makes up for your quarterback too. I do like Tua and Goff. So let me look back at the receivers here. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna grab two receivers here. I like both of these guys. They're at the top of the board. Uh Waddle just re-upped with the Dolphins. Um and of course Drake London just landed Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball. So I feel pretty good about my start there. Yes. Yeah, I think many, many targets are coming Mr. London's way this season. Yep. Back to you, Matt. Yeah, he's staring right at you. Yeah, Pittman is just falling right into your lap here for the stack with Richardson. Um, I don't know. Yeah, correct. Absolutely. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, Collins and Tank Dell already have the rapport with CJ, and I mean, as good of a receiver as Diggs is, those were the two incumbents there, and they've got good chemistry. I think Diggs is just going to have to find his role, and if he can stay, within himself and not get too pissy about not getting targets every week, I think, I think the Texans are going to be a smoke show. No, I mean, at this point for Diggs in his career, he should really just be focused about W's, honestly. So, I mean, right. No, I mean, one team's going one way and the other's going in the other direction. And to be honest, yeah, yeah. All right, 15 seconds here. He's going Flowers. Yeah, nothing wrong with that pick. Can't have enough good, solid wide receiver two types. Zay Flowers is nice and young. We were just talking about him earlier with the Ayuk deal you made in the other league. Uh, can't go wrong with that pick right there. All right. So I'm back to back here. Now, which quarterbacks fell? So, it'd be kind of a reach to take a quarterback here based on ADP, but as we know how most drafts go, plus the fact that I'm 20 some picks away from my next selection. Hmm. Well, because I have London, Cousins moves up the board slightly for me. He's obviously older than these other four options. I'm looking at the top four guys, right? Bryce Young, I'm not sold on. Baker is what he is. He's very solid, safe. And then you've got Deshaun Watson, which is the ultimate boom bust pick here. So I I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Cousins, and then I'm gonna go DK. I don't think DK should fall that far, but exactly. It's again, here's where you want to gobble up points. You can get points at wide receiver here, helps your team build, gives stability, and I know Cousins is the elder statesman of the quarterbacks that I was talking about, but He's gonna score points this year, that's for sure. Plus, like I said, I mean, I didn't get 2 absolute studs at quarterback, so I took the Cousins pick with the idea that I'm going to be trying to draft 1 or 2 more starters. Yep, right. Yeah, they're all very similar, the running backs. Oh, uh-oh. I'm gonna pause this. Yeah, let me see what I can do here. Where do I go to settings? There we go. Okay, now we're back. I'll unpause it. Yeah, I like the JSN pick. I think Seattle's gonna be throwing the ball more this year, and that'll give him the opportunity he needs to get more targets. All right, there we go. Now we're back. So you got JSN with the first, and then it went around the turn. We had Debo, Hawkinson, Diggs, and Rice go. Trey Benson. Right. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. All right. So the quarterbacks all made it back around to me. Nobody went quarterback in between there, which doesn't surprise me because of the ADP. But in a real draft, I could see 1 or 2 of those quarterbacks having gone. Um, but let me see, it's up to here. I mean, I've got a point producing stack just staring at me in the face in my Buccaneers here, and I'm just gonna roll with that. I know Evans is older, but he just keeps scoring points. I mean, what can you say? Exactly. We're still playing to win here. That's nice. Nice. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm sitting on three quarterbacks and five receivers right now. So look here, couple of decent receivers there. Oh, Nix, Will Levis. Don't mind either of those two. Who we got at running back? I should grab one running back probably just to see now the tight ends. The last of the four that I would have liked to grab just went before me. You know, over these last two rounds in Njoku, Ingram, Ferguson, and Kittle. So at this point in a best ball format, I probably would look to just sort of punt the position, I'd say. Um, where I'm going to grab three or four guys a little bit later and just hope one has a good week. I mean, all you really need is one of the guys to catch a touchdown and have a few catches and you're in double digits in points. So that's how my strategy kind of goes if I don't get one of the top 10 or 11 tight ends. So we're going back to the Sterling Shepard. Oh boy. We go Hollywood here and we'll grab one running back. Grab any of these guys. These guys are all the same. Um, I'll just go Warren. I know he's not an ideal RB1, but he gets plenty of touches. And if Najee goes down at all, he's going to get more work. With Arthur Smith there in Pittsburgh, plenty of opportunity for the running backs. Right. Yes. But you got great value. If Will Levis is sitting there in the round 10, I mean, if it was a normal draft, I would have taken Will Levis over Jalen Warren and just let the running back slide another two rounds. Um, this was more for the mock draft sake so that I wasn't grabbing four quarterbacks in the first 10 rounds. A mock draft. Yes, exactly. And those are the kind of stacks you really want. It's nice to get a QB wide receiver stack with their top receiver, but it's even better getting them with their, second, third, and fourth receivers. Because when those guys hit, your quarterback's having a big week. All right. Well, so this is the area where I start looking finally at running backs. And so got checking out, just looking at the wide receivers, tight ends here. I can wait at tight end again. I think I'll just grab a couple of running backs here. Go Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. Two guys that should get Moss at least should be the goal line guy in Cincinnati. Who knows how often they'll use Chase Brown, who got picked literally right before I took Moss. Um, and then Singletary looks to be getting plenty of work with the Giants. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know you love Ben Sinnott. I saw him sitting there at the top, and I almost took him just to spite you. Uh, yeah. Well, right, right. Well, we're on opposite ends of the board in this one, so we might not be able to swipe each other's guys too often. All right. Well, let's see. Mm, See, the reason I wait on tight end is there's even still guys down here as I'm scrolling down the board. I don't know where Noah Fant went. He's down there. There he is. There's Fant, Kate Otten, Tucker Kraft, Musgrave. I don't mind any of those guys. But at this point, there's still value on here. And right. Yes. Plenty of talent there with Tavian Sanders. Oh, there's a ton of talent with JT Sanders. So, I mean, who knows how well he'll be able to do in that offense there that Canales is running. It's all about getting on the field for him. There you go. All right. That'll do it for this one today, Matt. That was fun. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna bring it back up here. Well, that was fun doing that, Matt. I enjoyed it. We're again getting ready for our big draft Saturday night that starts up, and it'll be a slow draft, so we'll have plenty of time to comment and share with you that draft here in the Birdhouse, and we'll be taking a look at that throughout the next week. Once again, we want to thank Matt English for joining us today and remind you that we're brought to you by Choice Sports Cards, your number one choice in buying and selling sports cards. Check out Kyle and the boys over on Whatnot. They do a great job over there. Matt, thanks again for joining today. Look forward to doing this again. And with that, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you, folks.